what people get attention for is more of the edgy and controversial, the videos of people dunking on other people. And we can fall into the trap of thinking that that is how our Christian evangelism needs to be. I think most of the time, people think that they need to hit a home run, and really all they need to do is step up to first base. Hi, my name is Wes Huff. I am an aspiring biblical scholar, a historian, a Christian apologist, and I am going to be talking to you about how to give a reason for your faith. I first got introduced to apologetics almost by accident, in that I was having a lot of evangelistic and apologetic type conversations, but at the time probably couldn't tell you that what I was doing was under the umbrella of Christian apologetics. I was being introduced to the field of apologetics via simple conversational evangelism. I often thought that I needed to be the Bible answer man or the Christian encyclopedia. And when I heard objections to the Christian faith, like it's irrational to believe in God, I would jump into kind of defense mode, thinking that I needed to be the one to clarify. When really what I should have been doing was asking clarifying questions and getting into what they actually meant by terms like God or Christianity or even irrelevant. And so what I ended up doing was I ended up kind of talking at the person rather than engaging practically with the person. In 1 Peter 3:15 and 16, we're told that when Peter writes to the dispersed church in the ancient world, he says, "But in your hearts revere Christ as Lord. Always be prepared to give an answer to everyone who asks you to give the reason for the hope that you have." And in that, there's a challenge to be prepared. But the challenge comes along with revering Christ as Lord in your heart and doing so with gentleness and respect. So in one sense, there's a biblical precedent to engage with others, to communicate effectively, but it starts and stops with doing so with a Christ-centered mind frame, and then also doing so in a way that is gentle and respectful. And Peter goes on to say, keeping a clear conscience so that those who speak maliciously against your good behavior in Christ will be ashamed of their slander. There's definitely been a change in the trends of the questions that people are asking. I think when I was in high school, when the new atheism was kind of at its peak, people were pushing into whether God was real questions. Nowadays, I find people ask a lot less, is God real? And ask questions like, is God good? No two conversations are going to be alike. And so one of the dangers, I think, of Christian apologetics is